NFL Predictions Tuesdays, Week 11. Let's get right into it. Last week, 9-5, not too bad. A lot of upsets last week, and I got a positive record on these upsets. I got some of them right. I got the Packers beating the Cowboys. That was an upset that I got correct, and one that I got wrong. Was the Jaguars against the Chiefs. I thought the Jags are gonna be a lot more, capable of scoring a lot of points against the Chiefs, which isn't that much of an impressive defense with Travis Etienne coming in hot. And really, the Jaguars ended up having success through the air with Christian Kirk having a massive game. But anyways, let's get into Week 11, Thursday Night Football. We've got the Titans going against the Packers. Now, personally, I think the Titans is one of the most overrated teams in the NFL. Clip this. They won't have one playoff win. They really won't. The Titans have a very underwhelming wide receiving core. Quarterback situation is very weird right now with Tannehill and Malik Willis. One's hurt, the other one plays. How it's going on there. Really what they have going for them is a decent defense and an elite running back in Derrick Henry, which is, how can you complain when you have Derrick Henry? This guy's capable of having 200 yards rushing any game. But I think the Packers are slowly getting back into momentum, typical Packers fashion, where they start off slow and then they end up doing extremely well throughout the regular season. And I can see the Packers here beating the Titans at home, Thursday Night Football, statement win that they're coming back for that, wild card spot. I think the Vikings have solidified themselves as winners of that division right there. Lions and Bears have no contention whatsoever. So I think the Packers are going to make the wild card. I predicted that before the season. But anyways, we have got Bears Falcons, a cheeky little mid-off. Justin Fields has become, an exciting young quarterback with his recent performances. The Falcons have been a team that's been competing with the Bucs for the division. I think the Falcons are going to win this game. Not convinced on the Bears. I'm not convinced on Justin Fields. Justin Fields has more rushing yards at times than passing yards, and that is your quarterback. That is not a quarterback. That is a running back. So I'm not sold on him. Falcons get this win in Atlanta. Now, Steelers play the Bengals. Now, I don't want to come out as biased, but if the Steelers had a horrible offensive game in Week 1 and beat the Bengals, and the Bengals were out here firing, having a really good game, Jamar Chase might not play. TJ Watt is back. Steelers will win their first game with TJ Watt. This is a different Steelers with TJ Watt. I think everyone in the NFL can agree. So I'm going to go with the upset win here. And you can hate on me all you want. But I was correct last week when people said the Saints were going to win. I was correct week 1 when I said the Steelers are going to go into Cincinnati and win that. Now I'm going to predict the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Cincinnati Bengals in a very low-scoring game. I think it's going to be maybe like 17-13, something like that. It's going to be low-scoring, and I think, if Jamar Chase doesn't play, this is most definitely going to happen. If he plays well, I think the Bengals will probably win, but as long as he doesn't play, I got the Steelers winning. Anyways, we have got the Browns versus the Bills. Can the Browns extend the Bills' losing streak to 1 more to 3 games? No, I do not think so. Josh Allen didn't seem too bad. Really what happened was they choked. They couldn't get out of the 1-yard line. They fumbled the ball. Literally the worst thing could have happened, and they lose the game to the Vikings, who only have 1 loss. So we have to put respect on the Vikings. I think the Bills are going to get a cheeky win here against the Browns. Eagles, Colts. Now, the Eagles just lost their first game of the season, something I did not think was going to happen against Washington, but it seems like Washington is the killers of the undefeated team. But the Colts have not looked very impressive. Yeah, they got a win against the Raiders, but the Raiders have been pathetic this year, and I think the Eagles have been really good, and I believe they're going to come back and bounce back, get that win against the Colts. Now we got Jets, Patriots. Now the Patriots have a very long winning streak against the Jets, and I think this is going to continue. This is something that I thought was going to end. Last time they played, it didn't. Now I believe this is a Jets team that it's not as good as it was when the first time they played, because Breece Hall was available, I believe, and now he's not. Patriots are going to win this game. It's going to be a gruesome game. I think low scoring, but Patriots, Mac Jones is back. They have got a decent, little run going. Stevenson has been phenomenal this year. He has been unstoppable and has been the running back that the Patriots have been wanting to ride off. And yeah, he's been very good, and I think he's going to be very crucial. But if Breece Hall was available, I think the Jets could easily go into Foxborough and win this game. But the Jets, I believe they are still managing to win games without him. They traded for Robinson from the Jags, which makes up. And they do have Michael Carter, who has been decent this year. But this Jets team will be very interesting how they go about. They could either miss the playoffs, and not win a single game the rest of the year, or they could make the wild card. Either or. I wouldn't be surprised of either. They're a very flip-flop team. But anyways, we have got the Rams versus the Saints. No Cooper Kupp. It's a mess down there in LA. I think the Saints win this game. It's their game to lose. It's absolutely horrible how the injuries are affecting the Rams, and I think the season's over for them. I think it's very obvious, and the Saints still have a chance to compete in their division because the Bucs have been underwhelming this year, and the Falcons, you can't trust them. Then we have got Lions versus Giants. Giants are for real. They're 7-2. I can't take that away from them. Could the Lions get an upset win? Yes. Do I think they will? No. I think the Giants, they have found a way to win games with Daniel Jones, and Saquon Barkley has been him this year. I doubted him and his capabilities of staying healthy, not his skill set, none of that. I said if Saquon Barkley, they're going to use him a lot. We'll see if he can stay healthy. And so far he has, knock on wood for him. But, Saquon Barkley, he is really playing for that extension. I should have kept that in mind when talking about him and also my fantasy draft. But it is what it is. Saquon Barkley is playing like he wants a huge contract. And he probably will get it if he can lead these Giants to the playoffs, which it looks like it is very likely because 7-2 is amazing. Anyways, we have the Panthers versus Ravens. The Panthers are screwed. They are screwed. The Ravens are in playoff contention. That should tell you that the Ravens will win, and they're at home. And as long as you have Lamar Jackson, you have a chance, Ravens. We'll see what they do with this contract negotiations, though. Anyways, we got Commanders versus Texans. Now, Commanders just got a huge win. They're playing one of the worst teams in the league. I think the Commanders will win that game, and they're very interesting. They could easily make the playoffs. They are 5-5, 4 winnable games ahead of them. And if they win this game, they're going to be in the driving seat to get into the playoffs, which is interesting in that division because I thought it was going to be a really bad division again. Instead, you've got 4 teams at least at 500. That is crazy. Crazy improvements. I did not think we were going to see that, but man, I have been proved wrong in that division. Anyways, we have got the Raiders versus Broncos, a nice little mid-off from that division, which these two teams were supposed to be like the Commanders and Giants. But anyways, I think the Raiders get this win. The Broncos, I'm not sold with Russell Wilson. They've got injury problems. Over here, you still got Derek Carr and Devontae Adams, so you got a chance. We'll see how that transpires in the offseason for the Raiders. It looks like they're going to be getting rid of Carr and going for C.J. Stroud. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, we've got Cowboys versus Vikings, 2 impressive teams. Now, what do I think here? Well, I think the Vikings are showing a lot of capabilities, that they are one of the best teams in the NFL, and they're finally getting the respect because before the Bills win, nobody talked about the Vikings, and they only had a 1 loss. And now they've gotten the respect. Justin Jefferson right now is the best receiver in the league, and I don't think anyone can debate that. He had the fewest yards of separations, and he had a monster game. Was the reason that the Bills lost to the Vikings. Had that monster catch of the year for sure. Crazy catch. Justin Jefferson is him, and the Eagles are kicking themselves that they picked Jalen Reagor, who is a Viking, by the way. Got traded to the Vikings, but they chose him over Justin Jefferson, who, wow. I'm impressed by him. But the Vikings are going to be Super Bowl contenders this year. Do I think they'll win it? No, they will not, but they look really good. Anyways, we've got Chiefs-Chargers. Now, the Chargers have been weird. It doesn't help when Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are getting hurt left, right, and center. It's time, to get Justin Herbert some healthy weapons. This guy's over here playing with the 3rd and 4th string wide receivers as his 1st and 2nd. His best target at the aerial game is his running back in Austin Eckler, which is really hard to work with, personally. I wouldn't have it if I was Justin Herbert. You are the future. You deserve weapons that are capable of staying healthy. But this Chargers team will probably still make the playoffs. And the Chiefs have been really good, but I think the Chiefs, I think they go in there and win in LA. Yeah, if they couldn't beat the Chiefs last time when they were at the 1 yard line, choke a 99-yard pick six, I think it's over. You cannot beat the Chiefs this year. You are going to lose. And unfortunately, it comes down to the lack of health. I know Mike Williams is supposed to come back, but Keenan Allen has been very unreliable this year, and I would be pissed at him if I'm Justin Herbert, who deserves a lot better. He's a phenomenal talent, and I hope they can get that all sorted out, get him a good little wide receiving core and a good team, something that like Tua's got over there in Miami. But anyways, 49ers Cardinals Monday Night Football. This is going to be a really interesting game. You got the Cardinals who just bounced back last week, the 49ers who are to a lot of people contenders this year, but they are just 5-4. But anyways, I believe this game the 49ers should win. They're the favorites. Their running game is elite. They've got a quarterback and a decent one in Jimmy Garoppolo that does the right plays most of the time. And the Cardinals have just not been very good this year. But, James Conner just turned up last week, so you never know. Him coming back healthy could be what puts this Cardinals team over the top. And if they can get a win on the 49ers, that would be crucial for them to push for the playoffs. And we all know that division is up for grabs for everyone but the Rams. But anyways, leave a comment down below on what you think about my predictions are and my takes on, the Titans and the Vikings, stuff like that. And, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And thank you guys for watching, and see you for next week.